Here's where we actually get to the editing of your documentary, building an assembly from your highlighted transcription. We're going to find and source the dialogue and bring it into the timeline. I'm demoing this in CapCut, but the principle works the same no matter what software you're using. You'll just be hunting for slightly different buttons. Full disclosure, even I have to relearn where half the buttons live every time I open a new piece of software, so don't let that rattle you. Open your software, start a new project, and save your session with a clear name. I'm calling mine Doc Assembly Demo. Create your bins the same way we talked about organizing folders. Import your interview clips. I'm pulling in the whole bin of interview footage at once, which drops everything into a bin so I can open and browse clip by clip in whatever view you choose, whether a list, a grid, whatever your software offers. This is where your script, the one you built from the highlighted transcript, with clips, names, and timecode attached, is so valuable. I know I'm looking for material starting around timecode 5204 in clip R5115, so I go straight there instead of scrubbing blind. Here's the real lesson in this whole exercise. What's written on the page and what the person actually says out loud rarely match perfectly. You'll set an in point where you think the line starts, listen back, and you'll realize you're too early or too late, or they're right in the middle of the sentence you didn't actually mean to cut into. That's completely normal. It's not a mistake, it's just part of the process. So listen to the interview and then find an in point and then set an out point. Drag that selected piece of dialogue down into your timeline. One habit worth building as you start editing: don't cut off a sentence just because your script marked it as that's where you want it to end. Listen to where the person actually finishes their thought and let the audio breathe so that there's a natural stopping point. It'll sound far more natural than a hard cut mid-sentence. And you might find that the way they say what follows is something you'll want to use. From there, it becomes a rhythm. Find your next line in your script, jump to its time code, set the in and out point, drag it to your timeline so that it ends up in a story order. Naturally, at some point, you're going to reorder all of these clips. Keep listening back as you go. You'll start noticing which lines actually work when they're spoken out loud versus how they read on the paper. And you can adjust these clips as you work. Another fair warning, this adds up fast. In this demo, I trimmed the source material down to move quickly, but on the real project, this step takes a fair bit of time. If you're building a 3 to 4 minute film, you'll likely blow past 4 minutes before you're even halfway through your highlighted material. And that's exactly where you have to start making harder calls about what's essential and what's going to get cut out. Once you've got your dialogue roughed into order, drop in a simple title card at the front, just to identify what the piece is when you're sharing it. This doubles as your slug, a black space before the film starts. It doesn't need to be a fancy title at this stage. Once your assembly is built, export it and save it somewhere accessible. This becomes both something you can share for feedback and a backup of your material. You'll do this at the end of every stage. The future you will be very grateful that the past you didn't skip this step. And that's your assembly. It's slower than it looks on paper, and it's supposed to be. This is a stage where you really get to know your footage and discover your story.